Hello, my little piggies. Welcome to I'm a bit of an expert, a Peppa Pig podcast. I'm your host, Josh Chapman, and joining me as always is our other host, Matt Frost. Hey, mate.
Hey, Josh, how are you, mate?
Good. Now, just up front for people listening, we're not for children. We're two dads who watch a lot of Peppa Pig because we've got small kids, and we thought we'd get on and start talking about it and breaking it down. So we're on our fourth episode here, which is Polly Parrot, which aired on the 3rd of June 2004. And as we normally go here, my man Matt is going to break it down. What happened in Polly Parrot, Matt?
Polly Parrot, we meet the greater family of the pigs, these are Mummy Pig's parents,
Now,
I
that
believe.
was what I was going to ask. It's Mummy Pig's parents.
Yes.
I don't think we've ever seen Daddy Pig's parents, have we? We've seen his brother, I think. I'm
That's
jumping so
right,
far
yeah.
ahead now, but I don't know if we've ever seen Daddy Pig's parents. He may be, unless Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig are brother and sister, and it's never been spoken about.
Oh, dear God, yeah.
Have I just blown your mind?
Yeah. We're taking it in turns to go a bit dark, but yeah, that's pretty dark.
Yeah, I don't think they'd go there. Hopefully not. But, yes. So, Mummy and Daddy Pig, yes.
Mummy and Daddy, so it's Mummy's Pig's parents, Grandma and Grandpa Pig, and they are going to be recurring characters as well. And Granddad Pig, it's Granddad or Grandpa? It's Granddad Pig, isn't it?
Granddad Pig, I think. Yeah, I think so.
Granddad Pig is one of my absolute favourite characters.
Now, some of the stuff that I really love in the later episodes of Peppa, once the world has kind of been established, is the rivalry between the grandparent animals.
Exactly, yeah. Granddad Dog and
Grampy Rabbit.
Yep.
Brian Blessed. If you don't know who Brian Blessed is, you would know him if you saw him. We'll get into Grampy Rabbit when we get there, but yeah. And I do like that there's a bit of a rivalry between all the grandpas. They're a little bit more sort of unashamed, a little bit more boisterous, a little bit more out there. And we'll get onto the grandparents when we get to them. But yeah, so basically we've got Grandma Pig, Grandpa Pig, and they've got themselves a parrot.
That's right. But just before we go on, Grandpa Pig is played by a voice actor called David Graham, he's currently 93.
Oh, wow.
And he has been a pioneer of voice acting. He was in the Thunderbirds.
Oh, wow.
Doctor Who, he was the Dalek. Like, he was the voice of the Daleks. But yeah, he was Gordon Tracy, Brains.
He was Brains.
And various other
after
voices.
My own heart.
Yeah. So
Still kicking.
Still kicking, and he also plays a favourite character in a sister show to this. He plays Wise Old Elf in Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No, I'm going to say that for the next podcast. And the sad truth is here, I don't want to get dark again, that, you know, there's over 250 episodes of this. So if we keep doing this at the rate we're going, we might outlive this man. But I hope I'm wrong.
That'd be a very special episode.
I'm talking about the podcast,
I'm a bit of an expert.
not us. I hope that we actually outlive him, since he's 93 and we're not 40 yet. But anyway, well, there you go, huh? It's good to get some British royalty here. And there are, you know, this is a British production. I think we've touched on that. There are definitely some other voices and things that I've recognised from the years of watching shows from the BBC and things as well, getting those voice actors in. Now, the elephant in the room in this episode, and I'm going to bring it up, is when you have an episode with a parrot that basically just repeats stuff, is that you just want to make jokes about trying to make it swear. Because pretty much any time that I knew anybody who had a parrot, was that you would try and get it to say swear words. I think you're probably in the same boat, mate.
Oh, absolutely. And the other elephant in the room, and what I thought you were going to say, is like, do you ever get that weird feeling when you're watching something where there's anthropomorphic characters and they have pets?
Now, that was what I was going to touch on with the Susie Sheep episode, but it's glad that you brought that up, is that what's the hierarchy here of animals in this world? And who's running the shop? Because there are episodes later on where they kind of make fun of it, where they go to a zoo, and there are certain animals in the zoo, and then the lion is kind of like the zookeeper at the zoo, and they kind of go, oh well, this is where we keep these animals and things. So there is a little bit of them sort of enslaving their own kind, isn't there?
Yeah. Again, that's 3-1 for the dark, I think, to you. I think so far I can only think of avians and reptiles and fish being the non-speaking,
The non-walking, talking.
Yeah. So we'll just have,
Yeah,
there are
certainly
no
cats and dogs and farm animals and
mammals.
elephants and mammals and yeah. So they've definitely turtles and like you said, birds and fish are lower down the chain. But then I'm just trying to think, is there any birds and things? But no, there aren't. I don't recall.
I'd like to see the episode where the astronaut comes back to the planet and goes, "My God, you've destroyed it all."
I just left and now you're walking and talking. It's become Planet of the Pigs. You maniacs, you blew it all up. And that's the thing also, is that there obviously, I don't think there are any human crossovers, people. Oh, no, there is. There is.
Is
the
it?
Queen. There's an episode where they meet the Queen, and the Queen is a person.
Ah, that is true.
Now, we'll get to that. Obviously, that's another whole kettle of fish, but...
Well, and they're celebrities of vegetables.
Yeah, that's right. Walking, talking vegetables. So what are they eating? Oh, we've just blown the lid off this.
Yeah, this is...
We're through the looking glass here. We're already We're only 4 episodes in, and we've broken the logic.
I'm shook.
It is really, the episode itself is really just Pepper and George getting the parrot to say things and then laughing at it, really, isn't it? I mean, there's not much more to it.
True. There's one thing that apart from the debut, and a very subtle debut of Grandpa Pig, who bit of a favourite, but I love the bit where George and Pepper push each other towards the parrot.
Oh yes, yeah.
When they're too scared to talk to it, so they
that's a very kid thing to do, isn't it? Really,
it is. Yeah, hide behind each other, and I see it all the time with my little Peppers.
So they all basically they have a good time. They make the parrot say some stuff. Everyone has a few good laughs. And then the parrot kind of says, what does the parrot say at the end that's sort of a bit shocking? I'm just trying to remember. There's a little sort of moment where it says something that...
It's used to saying, I am a good parrot, and it says, I am a noisy parrot, and then goes,
yes.
Oink. And then starts laughing, because that's what George and Pepper have taught.
Yes, on the scale of potentially things that it could have said, pretty tame.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit of foreshadowing, because the parrot says some very different things in later episodes, so some which are quite funny.
Stay tuned for those.
The other thing that I notice, and I think it's the second time it's happened. Have you ever fallen over laughing before? Because when people laugh in this show, they actually fall over on their backs laughing.
Closest I ever came to falling over laughing was when I saw the Borat movie. And I saw a preview screening of it about a month or two before it came out in London. I got tickets to some sort of preview screening of it, and didn't really know anything about it. And then the scene where he's naked wrestling with that big fat guy, I laughed so hard. I was doubled over in my seat, and I nearly fell out of my seat. I was laughing so hard. And that was probably the hardest I think I've ever laughed in my life.
Me and my mummy pig watched that not that long ago, probably about a year ago, and we were like, not breathing, laughing, and it was the second time I'd watched it, and it was still that funny.
Time to get Borat in, Pepper.
I think the only other time that I've really laughed that hard was I saw There's Something About Mary with no warning whatsoever about what it was about, and that was a very funny film.
Yeah,
wasn't expecting.
I think I was in a similar kettle of fish, actually. I think that happened to me. I seem to remember really doubling over for that too, for sure. All right, mate. Well, we will stick a pin in it here. and we'll reload and we'll get ready for hide and seek next time.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Thanks again, everybody, for listening. We're at Peppa Pig Pod and pepapigpod@gmail.com, and we'll speak to you soon.
Very good.
Okay. Bye.
See ya.
Yeah, we're playing a tune and we're singing a song with a bang and a bong and a bang. Bong, bang, boo, bing, bong, bing, bing, bong, bangly, bongly, boo. Bong, bing, boo, bing, bong, bing, bing, bong, bangly, bongly, boo.